air, gold bells shining, they all dare. Tougher, tougher, fists held high, warriors fight till the night says die. FWE, where battles divine, every broken bone all by design. Chained to the thrill, they let it be. This ain't a game, it's FWE. FWE, where battles define, every broken bone all by design. Chained to the thrill, they let it be. This ain't a game, it's FWE. Oh, FWE with FWE. Oh, FWE with FWE.
Neon skies burn like a fiery fight. Shadows run beneath the shattered light. The skyline hums.
Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's featured PLE. That is truly going to be out of this world. It's FWE Clash at Coruscant. I'm Seth Cole, alongside of Jack Mitchell. Dylan Pote joins us on commentary here tonight. Gentlemen, just a few short weeks away from Power Up. We get set here tonight for what's going to be a plethora of matchups. We kick things off in the tag team division.
That week too. This is going to be a really interesting matchup too, because Joker and Penguin have been through the gauntlet of few big matchups in the tag team division to try to work their way through and earn this opportunity here tonight.
Dylan, welcome to the commentary desk. We saw you make your in-ring debut just this past week in the Go Home show. Of course, we talked about your accolades over in YEW. Had the chance to be able to have you on commentary when we had that crossover at Resistance. Great to have you here tonight for what should be a heck of a show. A lot of titles on the line here this evening.
Yeah, for sure, and thanks for having me here tonight. It's going to be interesting for sure. Crossing over here, it's been an adventure to say the least, but I'm curious to see what is over here on the other side, and we're going to see what happens tonight. We've got a lot of big matches, a lot of titles on the line, and shouldn't be nothing less than spectacular for sure for all the action we're going to see.
Gotham Inmates are in #1 contendership. Of course, they were involved in that 8-man tag when they teamed up with the Disciples of Darkness. They then took on the Disciples of Darkness in tag team action to become the #1 contenders, looking to hold the title belts for the first time here in FWE.
Kind of incredible too. You and I, Seth, have talked about it quite a lot, but Dylan, in case you're not totally aware of this, these two have been in FWE since basically the very beginning, and this is only one of the few tag teams that hasn't really had much of an opportunity at Tag Team Gold, so they get a big chance here tonight to finally add their name to the list.
Definitely, it sounds like they have the chip on their shoulder. Definitely wanted to try to break through and become the tag champion for the first time, being, as you said, some of the originals here. So we'll see what happens. This is a good opportunity and a big opportunity for these two here to try to take the tag titles away here.
Have to wonder about in terms of momentum as well. We saw the Penguin going one-on-one last week against Leonardo. It was a count-out victory, but a victory nonetheless. So we'll see if that puts the momentum in favor of the challengers as two-time Disney Tag Team Champions, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We saw them win the titles back from the Mario Brothers and looking to put them on the line here this evening. Again, we talk about this, Jack. When we had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles make their debut here in FW, it was kind of a bit of a novelty in a way, where they came in basically as the vigilantes to try and take down the family back in Infinity War Games. But since then, they've put a stamp here on the tag team division.
That they have, and I mean, obviously the War Games match gives them a lot of experience in what could be a rougher match type. I think this is just a standard tag team matchup, but still, they've definitely made their mark in a big way ever since that happened.
Let on down for announcements here, courtesy of our ring announcer, Mike Rome.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the Men's Superstars Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 400 pounds, the Inmates. And their opponents at a combined weight of 468 pounds, the Men's Superstars Tag Team Champions, the Orient Express.
mentioned, this is the second title reign for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Leonardo on the right, Donatello on the left. 71 days they've been champions here in this title reign, and only team outside of Vicious and Delicious to hold the tag team titles more than once. Of course, Vicious and Delicious was comprised of Nick Gunther and RJ Bishop, and we ended up receiving word earlier on tonight the status of our Tri-Wizard champion after we saw that brutal attack that he suffered courtesy of the Shadow Lord in the Go Home show last week. He is here tonight. There will actually be a matchup for the Tri-Wizard Championship between RJ Bishop and the Shadow Lord, an ambulance match to settle it out between those two.
An ambulance match. That's going to make things very, very brutal. Obviously, we'll talk about that more when we get there, but let's go ahead and shift our focus to this tag team match. Joker already on the offensive, and I mean, this is kind of a personal matchup as well, because we talk about what happened at Infinity War Games, or the build to Infinity War Games. Remember, the Gotham Inmates were one of the two tag teams that the Ninja Turtles faced to try to win the advantage at the War Games match, and Joker was a split second late to break up the pin that won the match for the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, Russian let's sweep down here on the floor. Joker quickly taking this to the outside to try to gain advantage over the champions here. Leonardo in a little bit of trouble outside the ring. But you got to get him back inside the ring. You can't win a title on a count out.
A normal tag team match here, so maybe a little bit outside of the chaotic wheelhouse, if you will, of the Gotham Inmates who like to get a little extreme, as now looks like Penguin going to get served back inside the ring there by Leonardo. Joker was taking it to Donatello. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Leonardo and Joker are the two legal participants right now.
Look out.
That would be correct. Reached an 8 count too, so they were going back and forth for quite some time.
Joker and Penguin seemed to have had some sort of plan before this match started. Dirty tactics were at the top of the list for sure, because trying to take out one of the Ninja Turtles and kind of immobilize them, just kind of make it a 2-on-1 advantage.
Penguin took a couple cheap shots there.
You got to be careful there too, because if you end up pushing it too far and the referee calls for a disqualification, the title doesn't change hands in that case as well. So if you're the Gotham Inmates, yeah, maybe you want to force the issue a little bit here, but you've got to make sure you don't extend too far.
Oh, look at this.
Oh boy, here we go. It's the most overused move in fantasy wrestling entertainment. And meanwhile, on the other side, referees at a count of 7. Joker's got to get back in the ring.
Joker took out Donatello with an attack, but now at an 8 count, he gets right back in the ring. So these two are keeping their heads on a swivel, focusing on the illegal participants. But at some point, you got to turn your attention to the legal man.
Speaking of head first, right there, you saw Joker get dropped on his face first on the top rope. We got our first tag of the match. Donatello coming in now for Leonardo.
Talked about it being a wild night, number of championships on the line. Both men's and women's tag team title belts up for grabs this evening. Both the men's and women's cruiserweight championships. Also got the Intercontinental Championship on the line. The Tri-Wizard Champion that we just mentioned, that's going to be on the line there with RJ and the Shadow Lord. And later on tonight in our main event, Jack, I got to assume that your butterflies in your stomach may be the size of eagles as you take on Thanos inside of Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something. I don't want to say I'm nervous for it, and it's something I've said to you as well. It's not something I want to do, it's something I need to do.
Team's strategy has been on par with the two inmates here from Gotham. It seems like they've had the plan to throw one of them out of the ring and then attack the other, the tag champions. It's kind of been the go-to so far.
They've definitely tried a lot of shady moves in this matchup so far, but I wouldn't put that past them considering who they are.
Yeah, as I said, it's not very surprising with their background, that's for sure. Now Donatello working on the leg here of the Penguin. I would say that this would definitely slow him down quite a bit, but he's not probably the fastest and most agile guy here in FWE.
I feel like you'd be surprised.
Deceptively strong, however.
Yeah, absolutely. Springboard moonsault here by Leonardo on our first, I think, pinfall attempt of the whole match.
I think you're right. Looking to retain the titles here and a kick out very quickly at 1 by Penguin.
Despite their tactics and stuff, there's a lot of motivation for the challengers tonight to try to finally win the title. Maybe they think they have a chip on their shoulder and have something to prove here in the tag team division, as you get a little drive-by there to the face of the Penguin.
Another cover.
Donatello.
Another kick out at 1. You know, to your point there, Dylan, I mean, mention the fact that 1 week ago, Penguin had a count-out victory over Leonardo. Does that mean as much as a pinfall or a submission victory over your opponent in terms of momentum for the challengers coming into tonight?
I mean, a win's a win, and it's always going to be in the record book regardless of the way it is, but I know they want to try to prove it because the way they won it last week, it won't win them the title tonight, so they probably just kind of is like a brush off, and you just have to do whatever you can to do it in the ring. As I think you're starting to see the strength you guys were talking about from the Penguin, just deadlifting Donatello like he just weighed, you know, like a child, like 10 pounds.
I'm not sure how Penguin didn't break his hands after all those strikes to Donatello's shell there, but I will say, another point, in terms of last week's match as well, I think that was more just to wear each other down. I don't think they necessarily cared that much about the result. I think they were just trying to exhaust each other and kind of make sure that they weren't at 100% going into the title match the following week.
Joker took his eye off the prize there and allowed Donatello to make the tag into a fresh Leonardo, who takes full advantage of it right off the bat. Huge mistake there by the challenger.
Oh,
he's taking a couple of knees to the face. That was I think hit him right square in the nose.
I think it did too. Joker might be out. Cover is in, and
Penguin.
somehow Joker got the shoulder up.
I saw his tag partner a little concerned there. The last second tried to come in and break the pin up. He didn't think he was going to make it.
Uh-oh, might be setting up for that Shining Wizard. Connects. Here's the cover by Leonardo to retain the tag team titles.
On the far end of the ring, away from his partner. And
That's it.
Oh, man.
2 big knees, and that's all it took.
The Shining Wizard to finish it off. And just like that, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles retained their tag belts, and I guess the Gotham inmates will have to regroup and make another run at this again.
Back to the drawing board for Joker and Penguin as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles continue to stay at the top of the men's Disney Tag Team Division. Their second reign with the belts will continue on here in Fantasy Wrestling Entertainment.
Very formidable tag team, to be sure. And what is this?
Look at this. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker of the Republic coming out.
A little bit of a hometown appearance for these two.
Yes, indeed.
Maybe looking at possibly the next challenger for those tag belts.
We saw them, what was it, last week, pick up a victory over the Thrill Seekers. Maybe they think they're next in line.
Very well could be, but coming up next here, big matchup on the women's side. The Universal Championship is on the line. Ursula has been a very dominant challenger, but can she take down Poison Ivy and climb to the top of the mountain? We find out next.
It's going to for sure be the toughest challenge for Poison Ivy to date.
And is for the Women's Universal Championship.
Well, we have to definitely say the word dominant has to be the word that comes to mind when you consider the run that Ursula has been as of late. And think about this. She ended up running the table in that fatal 4-way elimination match, eliminated all other 3 competitors, and then took down the longest reigning champion in the women's division in Elizabeth Swan to earn this #1 contendership.
I feel like I just have to go ahead and get it out of the way now.
Here it comes.
Here it comes.
I was wondering how long we'd have to wait.
Poison Ivy going to be the poor, unfortunate soul stuck in the ring now with Ursula. And we're going to see how things play out. I mean, Poison Ivy, obviously that Ivy Vine submission, it's definitely been a very dangerous one. So we'll have to see how Ursula responds to it. But it's going to be very hard to put somebody like Ursula into some kind of submission.
You got to break the momentum that she's on, too. She's on top of the world, basically, besides having the title in her possession. But Poison Ivy may have a definite problem tonight for sure with Ursula. We'll just have to wait and see what is she going to do to take down her challenger. I guess we're about to find out. But I know she's not afraid of a challenge, that's for sure.
Well, remember, what we ended up having in terms of the little mini tournament to determine the #1 contender here tonight was kind of a brainstorm idea between both Poison Ivy and our FW Commissioner Woody, where we took 4 women that were former champions, former holders of that title belt, and 4 women that had never been in the conversation for the Women's Universal Championship. And obviously, the brainchild has now brought about Ursula as the #1 contender. The other thing I would bring about here as well, guys, is Elizabeth Swann and Poison Ivy went at it one-on-one back a few months ago. Elizabeth Swann picked up that victory over Poison Ivy. Ursula has a victory over Elizabeth Swann. So if we're looking at the history and the statistics, Poison Ivy, the champion, is coming into tonight as the underdog.
That has definitely not slowed her down, though. I mean, you talk about the history between Poison Ivy and Elizabeth Swann. Poison Ivy was the first person to ever kick out of the Pirates' plunge, that dangerous finishing move that Elizabeth Swann employs. So it's going to be really interesting to see if she has anything up her sleeve here tonight.
Introducing the challenger from overseas, the Sea Witch. And her opponent from parts unknown, the Women's Universal Champion, Ivy.
Poison Ivy coming into tonight's PLE, 78 days atop the women's division as the Universal Champion. For the challenger Ursula, right here is the closest she has ever gotten to championship gold. Prior to that, she was in a #1 contenders match against Ariel to fight for the women's hardcore title and came up short.
There's a lot of anger in that lady, that's for sure, and she's about to unleash it, I think, on our champion. So Poison Ivy's going to have a tough task ahead, I believe.
I have to feel like that might be in the back of Ursula's mind as well, the fact that she was so close yet so far.
Consider the number of individuals that Poison Ivy has put this Universal Championship on the line against. Of course, ended up taking on Mulan not once, not twice, but 3 times during the span of a night. Also put her title on the line against her Havoc teammate there of the Gotham Inmates, Harley Quinn, was successful in both bouts, but we'll see what she's able to do here. I mean, we've talked about the power of Ursula, so how do you combat something like that when you know that the power game is firmly on the other side?
Well, you do this.
I've already said it once tonight. If I say it too many times, I'm going to say it in my sleep.
It's going to become the most overused phrase in fantasy wrestling, I submit.
Bear in mind here as well, though, it's a straight-up one-on-one matchup. It's not Extreme Rules. It's not a no disqualification. So if you are the champion and you have that advantage in Poison Ivy, maybe that helps. Maybe that's something that you kind of maybe use to your advantage.
I mean, I feel like, you know, it goes back to the thing that I say all the time whenever we have this kind of size disparity. Just kind of outmaneuver your opponent.
Always stay unpredictable. Don't let them be able to predict your next move. And it seems like Poison Ivy has definitely came in with the game plan to keep the offense going and not even give Ursula a chance to breathe in this match. Just try to keep the offense coming up and everything. The second time that's kick to the face.
Yeah, I'm now going to go for an early cover. Forearm in the face there. Decided not to hook the leg, and that might have been costly. I'm not saying that it would have been a 3 count, but you saw the leverage Ursula was able to get on that kick out with having both legs free.
He was going to do like an overhead slam there, but wasn't able to do it as Ursula fights back with strikes of her own.
Uh-oh. Oh! Uranagi by Ursula, and the champion is down.
That's Ursula's plan, is to slow down the champion because she's got the power advantage, but I don't think she was signing up for this.
For the elbow.
Seeking elbow connects.
I was wondering if she was going to go for, I don't even know yet what we call it. There's some kind of overhead flip that she does, which a woman of her size should not be able to do.
She should have been able to fly. Look at all the ground she has to cover on that splash. Cover is in.
Well, that could take your lot out of the champion off the bat. Oh, she kips up right there. And it's a little misjudgment on the landing.
Not sure if she was going maybe for a leg drop across the back of the neck, but miscalculation came up short. Somehow it didn't seem to dissuade her, though, still keeping the fight coming.
She got a nice reversal, and she's still trying as hard as she possibly can, but going to get dropped right back to her feet by the challenger.
The strength of Ursula throwing her into a sit-out powerbomb. Saw this earlier, this punch to the face, and there's another one.
as we've seen with Ursula, it just seems like every move she hits has a little extra impact behind it. This might have been going, maybe, I don't know if she was necessarily setting up for the Kishi driver there, but it was blocked nonetheless by Poison Ivy. Of course, on both sides of the spectrum here, you mentioned about that Ivy Vine submission, but we also have seen the Ivy cutter by Poison Ivy, and of course on the other side you've got the Kishi driver there by Ursula. Obviously both have to be aware that that's probably going to be a go-to here to put the opponent away on both sides, and there is the Ivy cutter.
There you go.
Is that going to be it? Oh, kicked out at 1.
The champion
gonna be
got disbelief.
Big psychological warfare win for Ursula, too. The fact that she was able to kick out that early, I mean, that's when doubt is going to start creeping up in your mind if you're Poison Ivy.
Temper is starting to show for Ursula. She's just laying it into the champion now with those stomps.
Ursula's dangerous enough in and of herself, but as you say, if you end up putting her to that new volatile level where the temper starts taking over and pretty much no restrictions for Ursula, that could make her even more dangerous.
In the corner working on the leg there, kick to the knee area.
RKO! Is that going to be enough? From absolutely out of nowhere, and Poison Ivy picks up the victory.
Oh, wow.
Here is your winner.
Just like that, Ursula is also going to have to go back to the drawing board and try again.
Do we call that an upset?
I don't know.
I don't know if she got caught off guard there. She put her in the corner there and kicked her a couple times. Maybe some of those head traumas had gotten her. And I'm not sure.
What was it you said, Dylan? Stay unpredictable. That was unpredictable.
About as
Unpredictable as it gets.
Absolutely.
Now we
Well, up
turn
next.
our attention to the women's tag team picture. As coming up next, Team Let It Go takes on Disney Strong Style.
Kita and Esmeralda winning those tag team title belts from the Disney Queens, who had an absolute stranglehold on those title belts. We ended up having that really incredible tag team elimination gauntlet match a couple of weeks ago, in which we saw Team Let It Go become the new #1 contenders. And here's the thing, Jack, we've talked about this. We're potentially chasing history here tonight because we have had multiple teams hold the women's Disney tag team title belts here in FWE. We have yet to have a team hold those title belts more than once. Former champions in Team Let It Go could be the very first team to do so.
Absolutely. I think a lot of teams in the women's tag team division have been seeking this opportunity. That's why we saw that crazy, intense gauntlet match. So a lot of teams wanted to try to reinsert themselves into that picture after they were eliminated from the picture by the Disney Queens.
Kita and Esmeralda coming into their second title defense. Actually, no, their third title defense. They've put those belts on the line twice against the Disney Queens. Gave them 2 opportunities. In the second opportunity, where we ended up seeing Ariel and Jasmine come up short, now the shoe's on the other foot. Now, as long as the title belts are around the waist of Disney Strong Style, the Disney Queens cannot challenge for the tag team titles. So needless to say, they are the biggest Team Let It Go fans here tonight.
Well, a stipulation you don't want to be a part of. And you can't challenge for the title and wish and pray that they lose them so they can get back into the fight for it.
Of course, Esmeralda coming out here tonight with the tag team title belt. She also is the current holder of the female fighting champion title belt. We'll be waiting to find out how she will be defending that in the future. But here tonight, the focus is on the tag team titles. So we send it back down once again to Mike Rome.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the Women's Superstars Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, the Spitfire Warriors, and their opponents,
Referee Ernest Wright gonna take away the Women's Disney Tag Team title belts, display them to the crowd here on Coruscant.
And I thought that maybe Mike Rome was going to announce this, gentlemen, but apparently he did not. We've seen in the last couple of defenses here by Disney Strong Style, they have chosen to defend the title belts in an Extreme Rules type environment with no disqualifications. This is a straight up tag team match, but it will have no disqualifications involved in it here. So you could very easily see any of these 4 women maybe bringing some weaponry into play. There won't be any countouts. So while it's going to look like a straight up tag team match here, it's not tornado style, it is going to be no disqualifications.
Oh.
I don't know, things very interesting. And obviously, both teams kind of trading blows right now, making tone setters in this matchup. Nikita went for a kick there. It was dodged, and also with the springboard. Frequent tags so far.
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to try to keep each other as fresh as they possibly can and keep their opponents on their heels.
Of course, you think back to that exchange between the Disney Queens and Disney Strong Style where Esmeralda basically said, well, we had the offer to join your faction, but you basically want everything handed to you. Us, we fight for what we get, and we've obviously seen them more than willing to put those tag team titles on the line. 35 days they've been champions here in the women's tag team division, and again here tonight, their 3rd title defense, looking to continue their dominance here in the women's tag team division. Is Kita gonna take to the skies?
Very fast-paced match for sure we got going on here.
Ooh. Before I think a running knee in it. I don't know, dodged it.
Yeah, I know it's been a while since you joined us here in FWE, Dylan, in terms of last time we ended up having that resistance PLE, but we've got some, oh gosh!
Oh, man.
Share shot to the top of the head. We've had a request to put signs up all over the place for flying objects, flying bodies. It seems like everything goes flying here in FWE.
Yeah, the action
Keep your head on a
slow
swivel.
down. Quickly, a chair was introduced to the match and being the face right there, and man.
And again, you see there was no call for a disqualification. Referee Ernest Wright is not calling for any type of a 10 count. There's no disqualifications, no countouts, so it's kind of a do as much damage as you can to your opponent here on the outside before depositing them back inside of the ring. And right now, Anna in control.
Like she almost dropped Kita into the steel steps. It was really close. Reversals again. Anna doing a great job staying in control of this exchange ringside.
I could be wrong in this. It was a long time ago, but if I'm not mistaken, I believe that the type of matchup that Team Let It Go lost the tag team titles in, it was to Mystery Incorporated, and it was a tables match. So they are used to an Extreme Rules type environment, if you will, here in the tag team division. We'll have to see, though, with obviously the success that Disney Strong Style has had, is here's a cover by Kita on Anna, and a kick out at 2. We'll have to see if, with that success that we've seen on current champions, if Team Let It Go can kind of get back to those extreme roots.
Have to see. Something I'm also paying attention right now in this match is that Anna has been the legal participant for quite some time. She's going to be exhausting herself. At some point, she's got to go for a tag. She's got to kind of get herself some rest. I get the feeling of maybe you feel like you can get it done on your own, but at some point, you've got to rely on your tag team partner, or you're going to wear yourself out, and you're not going to be in any shape to even make the tag in the first place. That could leave you right in the picking.
Oh.
Pop
Straight
up
to the
forward.
face.
Cover
Covers
in by Esmeralda, and a kick out at 1 by Anna. And you got to wonder, too, you know, we talked about that gauntlet match
There you go.
that
Oh,
Team
there
Let
you
It Go had to win. Well, they came in late in that gauntlet match, so they didn't spend nearly as much time in that matchup as a number of other teams did. So to that point,
Oh, my goodness.
Was that friendly fire?
I think it might have been. I think Elsa sidestepped, and Kita may have just popped Esmeralda in the back of the head with that forearm.
And now we got the waist lock. It was a German suplex. Riptide clothesline there.
Just turn
Turning
Elsa
Elsa inside.
inside out.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
What would that be?
Uh-oh, payback.
Oh, shoot.
Anna getting her sister taking the blow from her on a chair after she did that to Esmeralda earlier. Or it may have been Kita, actually. She probably didn't remember which one of the sisters hit her. She's just angry. As Elsa is taking a beating from that steel chair. Every inch of her body, I think, just got hit with that chair at one point.
I mean, look at the dents in that chair.
That chair is busted up.
Kita just not wasting any time and
Step back in the ring. She's going to take the cheap shot at Anna.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well.
Here we go.
Here we go again.
sister is not there to help little sister.
And hey, you take Anna out of the equation here. You've already had multiple chair shots here to Elsa, who right now I think would be the weaker of the two. You kind of put things in your favor of Elsa not being able to make a tag, but Anna very quickly back up to the apron.
She did, and Kita wasn't paying any attention. She was just kind of staring into the crowd. Elsa took full advantage of the distraction.
Takes the head there to Kita.
As we mentioned, Disney Queen's backstage, got to be the biggest fans.
Look
out! We talked about the flying objects. There it was.
Oh, and Anna's taking another beating to the chest. Esmeralda over there was trying to throw the kendo stick at Elsa, but somehow Elsa's able to avoid that.
There's something going on there between those two, and our camera's just not focusing on it there. It might have been another kendo stick shot. Yeah, that kendo stick's gotten shattered, and I think it might have been over the head of Esmeralda.
What a kick.
Roundhouse back kick there dims the lights of Kita.
Completely dropped Kita. Elsa's the only one standing. I'm honest. I'm gonna be honest. I've kind of lost track of who's legal right now in this matchup. I believe it's Elsa and Kita.
Yeah, I think you're right. Oh!
If you're wearing blue, I think you're legal.
There you go.
Kita laying it into one of the champions here.
Oh!
Kick of her own.
Retribution. Anna's sick of her own. Now she's gonna look for another weapon. Another kendo stick.
Oh, bro, no knee there.
Well, we're in Coruscant. I'm not sure they've ever seen a kendo stick. Oh,
look out.
gosh!
I think they've seen a much more powerful.
I was
going to
say, yeah. That's
a hit that Anna's taking.
Oh,
man.
Splinters all over the ring after that kendo stick shattered over the cranium of Anna. Now Kita goes back to work on Elsa, who is the legal participant for her team.
Seems the strategy from the first tag team match is carried over into this one to try to take out the partners that are not legal for both teams.
Can't quite peek past the barricade here, but Kita wrenching on the arm of Elsa.
Oh.
So far here tonight, 2 title matches, 2 title defenses, as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles still the men's Disney Tag Team Champions. An incredible victory for Poison Ivy over the formidable Ursula to retain the Women's Universal Championship, and I wondered if she was going back for a third round
She
there.
probably was.
Elsa probably going to need to try to save her sister here from that beating and a straight kick to the face.
Super kick, but yeah, still plenty of titles on the line here tonight. Obviously, you mentioned both men's and women's cruiserweight titles, the Tri-Wizard Championship on the line, kind of out of nowhere.
We're being told that's next.
Yeah, that's going to be a really interesting one, to say the least. And obviously, this is all massive implications because this is our last PLE before we get to FWE Power Up, which is our equivalent of Money in the Bank. So we're going to determine people that will hold contracts for guaranteed title opportunities whenever and wherever they want.
To your point, in the next 3 weeks, in a combination of our Thursday night FWE episodes and our Saturday night FWE extra episodes, we will be having qualifying matchups to see who's going to be in those power-up ladder matches. That power-up is, wow, if Esmeralda hadn't made that save, that might have been it.
Oh, look at this.
She's going to pay the price.
Reverse GTS, but Kita now with a kick to the lower back of Elsa.
Elsa took her eyes off of Kita.
Esmeralda took the hit there for her tag team partner, maybe as a distraction. It seemed to have worked.
Make sure her opponent is in the center of the ring, away from the ropes. Big shot to the head, drops Elsa.
First tag we've had in a while as Esmeralda comes back in now. Challenger is currently in control.
Yeah, he talked about Anna being in the matchup for a long time. Kita had been in the match for a long time there, so a pretty fresh Esmeralda coming in.
So does Elsa, though. Elsa's
Elsa
going to
trying
try
to-
and work her way back.
Uh-oh. You better be watching it. Had your back turned now. Here comes Anna.
I think she just now turned and realized what happened.
Got a little cocky there. May have cost her.
A little bit, but I think she's
Oh.
stayed sharp in spite of the dive that just took place.
Anna took a beating earlier in the match. She got to rest a while, but she definitely took a beating from Kita earlier.
Oh!
Reverse there.
Big kick to the side of the head there, covered by Anna, and Kita gonna break it up at 1. Seen a lot more of running in and breaking up these pinfalls, so you kind of get the feeling both teams are of the assumption one big move, and that could be the difference maker.
I mean, this matchup has certainly gone on long enough to where we're basically at that point. We're in bottom of the 9th inning, I guess, if you will. Next big move is probably going to be what it takes to put your opponents away. Oh, the kicks to the head.
No, like a choke there in the corner.
Big
Kinda
knees.
like a meteoric kind of like move here in the corner.
Covers in.
To get the tag team touch for a second time, and oh! Nearly had them change hands there.
See the disbelief on Anna. I mean, she definitely expected that was going to be the end of it. Now going to bring a steel chair into the mix.
Oh, look
Oh,
out.
gosh.
Oh!
I think it came back and hit Anna in the face.
I think it did
it
too.
Now she's going to take, speaking of the face, now she's taking knees to the face. What does Esmeralda have planned right here? Oh, my goodness.
Gosh.
Had her hung up in the ropes as we got a tag here. As Kita's now back as the legal person.
Oh, no.
Where's Kita going?
I thought Esmeralda was going to fly. This is a 2-on-1 right now.
Almost looked like Esmeralda kind of played roadblock there for Kita to be able to hit that knee.
And now the fight has worked its way back to the outside of the ring once again. Kita is in complete control at the moment. Looking maybe for yet another weapon.
I'm not sure exactly what she was thinking about there. Comes back and is going to get met with a face buster.
Fatigue is certainly going to be a factor in this. I mean, this has been a really long match, as you see.
What in the world?
Anna trying to do a bit of redecorating here.
I mean, there's no disqualifications, but I don't know what plan she has for that announce table.
Oh, it's not our table, so it's not our problem.
Right?
Here we go again.
Elsa's now taking a beat. Anna's coming over to try to help. Oh, her sister goes flying. I guess you could say she let it go.
She did let it go.
Springboard moonsault by the challenger.
That could maybe be it. A little slow start to the count there by referee Ernest Wright.
That could have made the difference. As you see, Esmeralda was a little upset there about that slow count. Could have possibly been a 3 count.
The further and further this matchup goes, the further and further Esmeralda, you can tell she's getting frustrated. She just wants this thing to be over.
A cheap shot there to
Oh my God.
Elsa. And we're going back
Have we ever
again.
seen this move used, I think, what is it, 5 times now in this match?
I don't know. Well, 4.5 because we've seen, well, actually, I guess we'll call it 4 because we've seen it 3 full times and then 2 half times.
Now we have
Oh!
Superman punch.
Is that going to be enough? Cover here by Anna on Esmeralda. Oh my gosh!
Her sister took the beating there, and I guess that's all the distraction he needed to get back in control. And Nakey snuck out of here and kept her title.
History has been made.
I'm sorry. Well, these sisters are back on top of the women's tag team division once again here at FWE.
First ever multi-time champions in the women's tag team division.
Well, they went to war with the champ. It was a hard-fought battle.
Talk about hard-fought battles. This next one is going to be about as brutal as it gets. Shadow Lord takes on RJ Bishop. This matchup was made up out of nowhere. An ambulance match for the Tri-Wizard World Championship is next.
And the big question is going to be, what type of condition is the champion in?
How does one even prepare for this kind of match?
You don't. I don't think.
I mean, it's an ambulance. They got to get put in the ambulance. The end.
You walk in and get ready to take a beating. That's how this matchup works.
I mean, you could put as much of a game plan together as you want, but I guarantee you as soon as that ambulance comes rolling down the ramp, all the strategy's out the window. This hooded figure, known as the Shadow Lord, has certainly made his presence felt here in FWE. And we're going to be showing you folks here some footage of what took place that brought this matchup about. It was last week in the Go Home show. RJ Bishop just doing some promotional stuff here for FWE. The Shadow Lord would strike, and it would be on from there. Everything from being thrown through a table to through a spotlight to through panes of glass. I mean, the Shadow Lord did have no let-up on RJ Bishop, and we're being told that this backstage attack went upwards of anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this was just absolutely brutal. You see the replay of RJ getting tossed down into the spotlight. That's glass, that's electrical work that you're getting dropped straight into with no protection whatsoever. I give full respect to RJ for even wanting to try to enter this matchup, but I have no idea what kind of condition he's in. He very well could end up losing the title.
See, it looks like a foreshadow of what could be happening tonight. And the ambulance was used in the attack, and we did close them in there. So we're going to see a repeat of what happened just a few days ago. The champion, RJ Bishop, had the challenger got his number.
Of course, RJ was scheduled to be in that 6-man tornado-style tag match in the Go Home show last week. We, of course, saw our broadcast colleague Dylan Poteet step in for RJ Bishop, who at the time had been transported to a hospital. We were told he was going to be here tonight. He wanted this matchup, but there's absolutely zero way he is coming into this ambulance match at 100%.
And having a small part in this situation as well. I mean, I can understand now what RJ's want to do is retribution for what happened, and say I tried to help there for a friend, I should say. And man, I just hope he came prepared. I mean, you see the bandages and everything on his head right there from the
damage.
attack.
Yeah, on his head, he's got the bandage on his forehead.
He got the black eye. Yeah.
The fact he's even walking on his own 2 feet to the ring right now, 1 week removed from that attack, is a miracle in and of itself.
Well, he's preparing himself for war right here, and I wish him just the best, I guess. Good luck is all I can really say, because this is it's going to be a tall task for sure. We know he can't be at 100% ready for this match, but RJ's had some time to think about this. He's tried to prepare a game plan for what he could do in this match, but I don't know if he's ever had a challenger like this before he's had to deal with, and just the X factor of being an ambulance match.
I mean, he's the one that's been that challenger in the past. Seth and I have discussed plenty of times, but basically there's a blood feud between the former tag team partners when RJ was taking on Nick Gunther. RJ was in the Burger Man persona, if you will.
And there it is. The ambulance backing up through the ramp here and coming toward the ring.
Submissions, disqualifications, or countouts. The only way to win is for a superstar to force their opponent into the ambulance by any means necessary. After closing both doors, the remaining superstar will be declared the winner.
And as you mentioned, Dylan,
Let the match begin.
in that attack, we ended up seeing both doors get closed there by the Shadow Lord, maybe a foreshadowing of what's going to happen here tonight. And if it does, the Shadow Lord will be the new Tri-Wizard champion.
Of all people, I mean, this is probably the last guy we expected to have the title.
Your darkest fears. Weighing in at 213 pounds, Shade Lord. And his opponent from Tucson, Arizona, weighing in at 236 pounds, the men's world champion, RJ Bishop.
See RJ all bandaged up. I almost feel like that celebration right there was trying to get in the mind of Shadow Lord of, hey, you haven't hurt me enough. I'm still able to pull off a move like that, but I gotta feel that inside he was probably still wincing in pain. And gentlemen, all three of us were on commentary back during that matchup where we ended up seeing RJ Bishop win the title against Hulk. We called it a Christmas miracle after he ended up winning that All I Want for Christmas Battle Royal. It seems like here tonight he's going to have to reach into his pocket and pull out another miracle against the Shadow Lord.
And
Absolutely.
He's taking the shirt off here. You see all the bandages wrapped up around his chest, his
Immediately,
shoulder. Man.
immediately gets tossed onto the floor. There is there's minimal padding on the floor. Shadow Lord is already climbing
What
the ambulance.
the heck?
Going up to the top of the ambulance here.
RJ, get out of the way.
Is he challenging RJ to meet him up there?
Oh, man,
so.
RJ,
Oh, this
like
is not
he
smart.
wants.
This is not smart at all.
If
I
you're the
understand
champion,
pride, but is it worth this? Oh my gosh, she's
You
on
are
the edge, guys.
asking to be broken in half right now.
oh
Well,
gosh!
I say minimal padding on the floor. There's none on top of the ambulance.
Belly to belly overhead suplex. Not only that, but there's a lot more floor down there. Look at the limited space there is up there. One wrong move and you could end up taking, what is that, about a 6, 7, 8 foot drop?
You're being dropped onto sheet metal too. On top of that, look at this.
And it's focusing on the back and torso area of a champion.
Oh, look
guys.
out!
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh boy,
He was able to
RJ,
stop himself before he
you're
fell.
floating
but,
with danger.
like, he's on the edge again. Champion has been wheeling since the start of the match.
Oh, and again, working on that lower back. You talked about those bandages there, Dylan. I have to wonder, RJ normally doesn't wrestle with a shirt on, but I almost feel like leaving the shirt on would have been a good idea because you're not exposing where those targets might potentially be like you are right now.
Unfortunately for RJ,
Oh,
no.
gosh!
I just don't think there isn't anywhere that cannot be targeted. He's broken down all over from that attack, and
Shadow Lord's determined to throw him off that ambulance.
there's still a will to keep himself from that happening. He's RJ Bishop, but
I'm trying
you
to
can
see
tell
if there's
we're
any
working on
way
it.
we can figure out who the Shadow Lord
Oh,
is. There
gosh!
goes RJ. Oh
Oh my lord!
Oh, he's got to have broken ribs. He's broken something.
If he didn't have them coming into tonight.
Well, if he
both of
didn't,
them
there's
probably
some
have
could have been
something.
ruptured. He could have done something there. I mean, not just the fall, but the flash by the challenger onto our champion. Oh no, don't do this.
Oh!
I don't know what that was, but it's not good for your back.
Clearly
honest,
the
this could
target is
already
the
be the
lower
match.
back and the ribs area. It's obvious here that that's what the Shadow Lord's looking at.
This
is
could very
awful.
well already be the match. I mean, all you have to do to win an ambulance match is put your opponent inside the ambulance and then close both doors, and that's the end of it. I mean, they're fighting right in front of those ambulance doors now. I don't know how RJ was able to reverse that attack. I mean, the amount of pain that this guy's got to be fighting through right now is insane.
RJ may be trying to come up with a plan here, maybe try to steal a victory and get out of this, but he's just not being at 100%. It's just almost made it impossible for him to get into this match. Oh my God!
Oh!
Like a dragon suplex there, or maybe a tiger suplex. I get him confused sometimes, but I just don't know how RJ could be in this fight. It's just he's been playing from behind from the get-go.
And I think one of you mentioned it, the pride factor here for RJ, but not only are you putting your title on the line, not going in at 100%, but you're also in
Your
maybe
livelihood.
one of the more dangerous type matchups that we have here in FWE. This is only the second time we have ever had an ambulance match here. You got to go back into the early days of 2025 for our first one, and that was a deep-seated rivalry, Matt McIntyre versus Ernie the Elf. So that just shows you the level of what the rivalry
out.
will get to when we have this type of a matchup.
And you have to think of his livelihood too. Like, is it even worth putting yourself in this matchup, even outside of just wrestling? Like,
Yeah,
just
forget the
your quality
title.
of life.
Forget the title. Imagine just doing this matchup in general.
I just don't know how RJ could stand.
I mean,
right now.
I say that. I'm about to go over a
Uh-oh.
Hell in a Cell match tonight, but
Well, this may be it right here. RJ's leaned up against the ambulance.
I can really understand how RJ might feel the match is warranted, but
Oh, he's fighting him back.
Fighting
gonna
not to allow that first door to get closed. Remember, both doors have to close for it to be official, and
there's the first
Shadow Lord's
one.
halfway there. Not only to putting RJ in the ambulance, but
Is
for
this
winning the
it?
title.
Is this all she wrote for RJ
RJ
Bishop?
trying to fight through as hard as he possibly can.
The Shadow Lord
Oh.
is so close to winning there. RJ somehow fights back. I think that's the first offense he may have gotten. The whole match is right there. We're
Could
about
very well have been.
5-10 minutes into this match.
And it wasn't even offense, it was defense.
It was
speaking of
opening the door so that,
DDT.
and to knock the Shadow Lord back so that he could get out of the ambulance. I mean,
Look at that.
look at this.
Oh,
Oh,
into an arm bar.
But here's the
Gonna
thing
win the
too,
match.
when you're on the receiving end of the moves by the Shadow Lord, obviously, that's got to be painful. I would have to assume as well, any offensive move that you do, it's hurting you just as much as it's hurting him.
I couldn't imagine the pain that RJ's in. He was trying to get away from the ambulance, but Shadow Lord is not allowing this at all.
Just immediately got tossed right back over the top rope, and that's a brutal fall normally as it is.
Uh-oh,
but-
here we go again.
And it's ironic because I think you brought this up, Jack, that RJ Bishop putting the title on the line, this type of matchup against a masked figure, and RJ at one point in his career ended up going to the dark side as a masked figure as the Burger Man. So it's almost like he's looking in the mirror of his past self.
This might be it.
We haven't seen RJ fight as viciously as this since that
No.
rivalry.
Is this it right here? Shadow Lord. Oh, he's close. No.
Oh, RJ's still not done. Somehow still has life. I mean, both of these men fell off the top of that ambulance to start this matchup, and it's
Well,
just
one-
been attack
one by
after
choice.
attack.
One by choice, one didn't get a choice.
Why would you choose to do that too? Like I get dishing out
Crazy,
additional
man.
punishment.
I don't think Shadow Lord cares.
I don't think he's
Even
got a
as I'm
conscience.
being. I don't think he even cares.
He might not. It might be the same mentality that I have. You don't want to do it, but you need to.
He's got a chair now. We're trying to get this. Oh,
That would have ended RJ's career. I'm just gonna say it.
And it's
man,
interesting to
oh,
see.
chair.
And the interesting thing about this, think about this. Oh, look at this. Oh, float over into a Celine Del Sol out there on the floor. But really, the only reason why all this deep-seated resentment is between the Shadow Lord and RJ Bishop is because RJ came to the rescue of Cole Eastwood. The Shadow Lord was going to come down and attack Cole Eastwood after suffering a pinfall loss to him earlier on the previous week. RJ stopped that attack, and the Shadow Lord took exception.
Look at this. Flip the tables here. Oh, RJ wouldn't even look at the first door.
Able to get the first door closed, so
That just tells you the beating he's taken in this match and what his body has been going through the last
I
few
almost
weeks.
wonder, RJ probably has the mentality that I did when I was fighting Dylan Young in that Extreme Rules match back at Fallout. He doesn't want to do it, he needs to do it, and he's probably only putting the title on the line because he wouldn't have the match otherwise.
Oh, what is this?
Hammerlock submission in there. RJ with shots to the midsection. Oh, wait a minute. Might be going for that float over stunner, and he'll hit it.
Whatever ounce of strength and energy he has left, he may have used up in that move
It's
there.
just pure adrenaline.
Yeah, adrenaline's a powerful thing.
It is.
He's throwing them into the back of the ambulance
Like
again.
a lawn dart.
We'll try to close the door and try to get it back again, but
Shadow Lord had a brief opportunity to get back to that first door. RJ, though, going to try and shut it closed.
maybe he should have taken that chair there and thrown it to the Shadow Lord's face before he closed the door.
Can RJ get this done? Can he get that second door closed here? 1 week ago, Shadow Lord sent him to the hospital. RJ trying to return the favor. Shadow Lord still has fight in him.
Toss RJ back into the ring and try to dish out even more punishment.
at
He's
that.
going
Look
to
at
close
that.
the doors.
I don't think he's done dealing the punishment to the champion. He's not
Might
done
be a
with RJ.
symbolical thing. He's not done with him just yet.
I feel like he's out to just end RJ Bishop's career. Just what we saw from the attack backstage and what he's done so far in this match, it seems like he just doesn't care about anybody else. He doesn't care if this man
I
has
think
a
the only
family or
person he
anything.
cares about is Hades. Hades
Yeah.
is the only man he's tried to assist. And
Only
Hades
person
is not
he's
a
had an
guy
ally
who you would
with-
think
ally
would
Oh
need
no,
any
yeah.
not this
assistance.
backbreaker again.
Oh,
No!
I don't know how much more RJ's back can take it. This man may not be able to walk out of here at this rate.
Like at some point they would end up both leaving this match in that ambulance.
And the bad part is a no disqualification match, so that nobody can stop this
No.
until somebody gets thrown into the ambulance and both doors are closed. So it can go on and on. RJ can fight as much as he wants. Oh, I don't know how
First
many
door
of those
closed
hits in the
very
face he
quickly.
can take.
Shadow
Is this
Lord to
the
try and
end?
become the new champion here. Just fingertips away, inches from getting that second door closed. RJ on the other
fighting.
side trying to fight.
And he does. RJ, I think, is just hanging on for dear
The
life at
kicks.
this point.
The punches, RJ still
Fight, the resiliency.
being carried by that adrenaline. I don't know how
Another
he's going through all
stunner.
these moves. Another foot over stunner.
And again, you mentioned about all those question marks surrounding the Shadow Lord here, Jack. Like, why is he aligned with Hades. Why have they formed the Disciples of Darkness? We're going to see Hades later on tonight, as a matter of fact, fighting for the Intercontinental Championship against Robbie Gelvin. But it seems like we've got so many more questions than answers when it comes to the Shadow Lord. Oh man!
Oh.
Baseball bat. Oh.
Do they play baseball in space?
Oh.
I guess they do, and think about this too. Could you imagine the amount of power the Disciples of Darkness would have if if Shadow Lord, were to win the Triwizard Championship, and Hades were to win the Intercontinental Championship?
Oh gosh, I shudder to think.
RJ was getting so excited about getting his revenge there. He took his eye off the ball for 2 seconds.
Oh,
oh, we got a shovel.
Shovel out. Oh man, you don't want to get hit by that. Fisherman suplex there. Shadow Lord.
They have barely fought in the ring. Almost this entire match has taken place ringside.
He's gonna stomp on the arm there. That's also taped up, that left arm. Oh, a knee to the face. The champion has been reeling pretty much from the get-go. Shadow Lord had a plan for this match, it seems like, and has tried to execute it down to the T. RJ's not gotten a whole lot of moves in here. Oh, look out!
Another Celine Del Sol. I mean, to your point, RJ's standing tall right now, but it really seemed like it has been more favorable in terms of the offense from the challenger, maybe like 70-30 percentage here. As, wait a minute, looking for another float over stunner.
He hit it, but both of his feet hit the top of the ring on the way down.
Probably pulled him back. That could have put some pressure on his back on the way down.
I mean, he's in enough pain as it is. He probably just figured it is what it is at this point. You got to do whatever it takes to win this match, especially with a rivalry that's run this deep.
Give him a taste of his own medicine with some swift kicks to the lower back of the challenger.
I mean, think about this. Maybe right now it's tunnel vision for RJ Bishop. Maybe, I mean, the title is on the line, but that might be the last thing in his mind right now.
Did you see that?
Yeah, he fell onto the shovel.
Oh my gosh, he went for the neck breaker and he landed on the shovel upright on his back. That probably didn't go as much of a plan as he wanted there, but again, like how Jack said, he probably doesn't feel anything in his back at this point.
He
Probably
feels it. I don't think he
cares. The only thing I could say that's in favor of RJ Bishop right now is we don't have a Money in the Bank briefcase holder. We'll have one in about a month's time, but that's not in the equation right now.
The wound is still fresh.
Speaking of wound, I think our champion here just got busted open up for that thrown into the ring post.
We saw him get busted open in that attack 1 week ago. I think, to Jack's point, I think that's been reopened, and Shadowlord's going back up on the ambulance again.
That wasn't the wound I was talking about, but you get the idea.
I don't think RJ needs to go back up there again. He's challenging him to come up here.
Oh, why?
RJ coming back. Yeah, that bandage.
Why are you doing this? You are asking for your career to be ended right here and now. Doesn't matter who you are.
RJ came with a
standing Spanish fly and a swanton on top of the ambulance.
RJ's not going to let what happened last time happen again.
He's already flown off of that ambulance once. He's trying to repay the favor here.
Oh. I think he's going to do a little bit more damage to allow that. Going to try throwing him again.
Oh.
Shadow Lord's hitting
the brakes.
Able to put the brakes on barely, yeah.
Whoever's successful in this exchange is winning this match.
Oh! There's a swift punch to the face there. Maybe seeing color from the challenger as well. Look out.
Oh no, RJ.
RJ's trying to get his revenge by throwing him off the top of the ambulance.
What is he thinking about here?
Oh, is he going for another stunner? There's not a whole lot of room for one, but he did hit it.
Oh, man. Challenger now is in the worst case spot right now as RJ Bishop is taking control of this match. Oh! DDT.
Did you hear the thud?
That was onto the metal top of the ambulance.
That was Shadow Lord's skull meeting the top of the ambulance, that's for sure.
Gracious, and I guarantee you the ambulance didn't give.
I don't think
the
RJ's back felt
that
good
you can
either
suffer from this is insane.
Oh, what the heck is this? Oh,
what? Oh.
Looking like almost like a code red there kind of move. Or like a sunset
to hit all these
power
moves
bomb.
and not fall off the top. Here we go.
Look
Oh,
out!
Shadow Lord off.
Oh! Payback.
Bad ribs, bad back, and all. RJ still hits the splash from the top of the ambulance. And this crowd here, of course, yeah, they can't believe what they're seeing. I can't believe what we're seeing.
I can't believe what we're witnessing here. And honestly, that could be the end of the match. RJ trying to make sure Shadow Lord gets inside the ambulance.
I don't think Shadow Lord expected RJ to put up this much of a fight considering the beating.
I don't think anybody did.
No.
The fight, the will to win by RJ Bishop. He's one to put this.
He's gonna find a miracle once again. Is RJ going to put the Shadow Lord away?
Just like he did the Hulk, is he going to win again, keep that title?
He did it! Wow!
I cannot believe it. I don't think RJ even believes what he just did.
I think RJ, he celebrate this win, celebrate the fact that you retained the title, but then maybe join him in the ambulance. Or get a different one.
They might have adjoining hospital rooms. Wow. We may have to dub him the Miracle Man. I don't know how he ended up winning that.
It's a Christmas miracle!
He very well is. Well, coming up next, guys, another title on the line, the Wayfinder Cruiser Championship. Levi McIntyre going to take on Carson Gum.
How do we shift gears from this?
I don't know. I'm going to try.
Oh my gosh. We have to call a Hell in a Cell match later on, too.
Is scheduled for one fall and is for the Global Cruiserweight Championship.
RJ Bishop definitely, momentum continues to be in the realm of the champion, but in this matchup coming into tonight, it could very well be in the camp of the challenger. We've seen Levi McIntyre pick up a victory over Carson Gum, putting him in #1 contendership here tonight. Carson has had several successful title defenses, but will he be able to topple the War Machine?
Definitely gonna be an interesting matchup here. A couple guys that know each other pretty well, Levi McIntyre and Carson Gum. And it's definitely gonna be an interesting matchup, that's for sure.
I feel like Levi has definitely, as you said, Seth, he's got a lot of the momentum on his side. He's defeated Carson in a few separate occasions as well. He was victorious in that Eliminator match, that open challenge that Carson had earlier. He didn't pin Carson, but he was victorious in the matchup, and then he was able to defeat Carson when they went one-on-one to solidify himself as the #1 contender. So a great opportunity for Levi to... This is another guy, we talked about this earlier with the Gotham inmates. Levi's been in FWE since the very beginning. He has yet to hold any kind of titles.
Out to prove something here tonight to try to get his first championship. And Carson, as you said, like he's probably well aware that his track record against Levi is not looking very good, and he's hoping to change the narrative tonight.
Levi looking to end a 120-day reign at the top of the Cruiserweight division. Carson Gum winning this title belt from Harry Potter all the way back at the Showcase of the Immortals at Paramount. We remember that gauntlet he had to run to be able to even get the shot at the title at Paramount, and he has been able to turn back a lot of formidable challengers for that championship. Now getting ready, I believe this is going to be his 3rd title defense for the Wayfinder Cruiser Championship.
Hoping he has the fuel to get past Levi McIntyre tonight, that's for sure. Hard to not get pumped up when you're listening to Metallica like this.
I know obviously you got your mind set on tonight's main event here, Jack, but we've documented you've got a title rematch at some point coming for that Cruiserweight title here. I mean, I'll ask you straight up, Carson Gum, Levi McIntyre, who would you prefer walking out here, of course, on tonight with that Cruiserweight title?
I have no idea. I mean, both of these men have put themselves through gauntlets. Honestly, just put me in this match. They get a triple threat.
Yeah, and then you'll do Hell in a Cell afterwards, right?
We'll see. Yes, I will. I might be crazy for saying that. I've said it multiple times. I'll say it again. It's something that I need to do. I need to get Thanos out of the way before I go for a title again. Win or lose, I feel like I have to make a statement.
Well, a bunch of introduction here for this match. See what they have to say, and ready for another great one-on-one matchup.
The challenger from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 290 pounds, the Machine, War McIntyre. And his opponent from Denton, Texas, weighing in at 230 pounds, the Global Cruiserweight Champion, the Fireman, Carson Gum.
We've talked about Carson Gum and the opponents that he's faced off against deceptively strong. You got to wonder how equal these two might be in this one, or does Levi maybe have the power advantage? It's interesting because if we look back at that matchup where Levi ended up getting the victory over Carson that put himself in the forefront for #1 contendership, it wasn't a pinfall victory, it was a submission. So you got to wonder if that's in the back of Carson's mind here. Will Levi go back to that well once again?
Definitely worth keeping in mind. I mean, I feel like that's in the back of the mind of Carson anyway, is the fact that Levi just defeated him. It doesn't necessarily matter how. The fact that Levi has that win over Carson, it just kind of makes you, or has multiple wins over Carson as well, kind of makes you think that you're going to be at a disadvantage, kind of have some demons to overcome, if you will.
Levi's wasn't wasting any time. We saw a Samoan drop, we saw a straight punch to the face, elbow drop there to the sternum of the champion, and already got the champion.
Look out!
Diving axe handle there by Levi from the top rope all the way to the outside, and look at him, he's just throwing off his strength. And we're kind of getting back to a more traditional match here. There is count out once again, DQ and all that is back on, so got to go back to the normal rules. Levi can't win if you get a count out here. Can't win the title, that is.
Do as much damage as he wants to within that 10 count, however. So he
Right
gets
after
back
a 5.
into the ring, but he's got to get Carson back into the ring here. Both participants have to be between the ropes.
I would hope he's thinking about just resetting the count here. Carson has not moved since taking that attack. He's only now stirring.
Have to be 8. Carson
Levi.
Oh,
now he's taunting the crowd.
Oh, look at this.
He's going to pay for it. Electric chair.
Almost wondered, did Levi think he was going to get a count-out victory? Not sure why he would celebrate that. The title wouldn't have changed hands.
I don't know if you're trying to make a point there to Carson that he's not in his level, but you're not walking away with the title. It doesn't really help the case much. Carson now fights back with some elbows.
Oh, gosh.
Oh!
Exchange.
Headbutt.
Straight up headbutt. Now Carson from the top rope hits the double axe handle to the top of Levi's skull.
Retribution right there. Oh, Levi caught him, though.
Oh, no.
Lower back, right into the apron.
And that was his foot as well, getting caught in the ropes.
That was the hardest part of the whole apron right there, is on the edge. Tosses the champion back in as Levi comes back in as well.
Oh, Carson with the headbutt. Into the cover.
Carson, you only duplex so many of those in a match where you start forgetting where you are or who you are.
Setting up for
suplex.
Yeah, suplex there. Suddenly Carson fired up, trying to maybe show Levi he can match him strength for strength, blow for blow. Levi now going to answer with a suplex of his own, but he's going to put a little extra on this. Suspended suplex here, allowing the blood to rush to the head of Carson before delivering him down to the mat.
Oh. Like, come on, show me you do more. Carson's just struggling to get out of the gate here in this match.
Levi's had his number for quite some time, and I feel like he's done a good job showing why, but Carson's still able to fight back. These two know each other very well.
What's this?
Oh!
Dropped him face first into the ground. Carson trying to give himself a little bit of a breather. Just had a little bit of a struggle to start this fight.
I mean, if you're Carson, those ringside interactions, you can afford to let those take as much time as you need, because if there's a, like we've discussed multiple times, if there's a count out, he would retain. Oh, look at this.
Oh, man.
Oh! Dropping him face first, right in the center of the ring.
Slam.
Reverse Alabama slam. I mean, that puts Levi's face down into the mat instead of the back of his head. Great shot right maybe into the bridge of the nose, and now just wailing away right between the shoulder blades. Takes Levi down. I mean, coming into this matchup, guys, the stats are not in favor of the challengers so far in our 4 title matches this evening. Only one time has the title changed hands, and that was the Women's Disney Tag Team titles.
It's funny because those titles hadn't changed hands for quite some time. Now it feels like it's kind of a hot potato in the women's tag division.
True.
Carson looks like he's starting to take control of this.
Oh, is he going to do it again?
One?
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
gosh.
The reverse Alabama slam there. That was a very unique setup for that move.
Not only does your head bounce off, or your face bounce off of the mat, but that impacts the chest
Oh,
area
yes.
as well. Can make it difficult to breathe. Dominator!
Oh!
Picked him up from the ground. If we got a pin.
Carson to
hit Levi
retain
with
the
his own move.
cruiserweight title here, and he'll do so.
He hit Levi with his own move.
He did.
I don't think Levi was expecting that. Man, he didn't have any time to react. Just like that, you blink your eyes, the match is over. Carson. But just like you said, the challenger struggle once again to win it. Got to defend it again there for Carson.
Carson Gum retains the men's cruiserweight title, and up next we've got the women's cruiserweight championship on the line. We talked about Levi having a victory over Carson Gum coming in tonight. Katniss Everdeen has 2 victories over Susan Storm. Can she become the new women's Cozy Cone cruiserweight champion?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's Cruiserweight Championship.
Well, it's interesting when we were talking about the potential freshness of Team Let It Go going into their tag team matchup earlier on tonight. Remember, they came in late in the #1 Contenders Gauntlet match. Katniss Everdeen, along with her Catching Fireflies teammate Ellie, they were also involved in that tag team gauntlet match, and they lasted the longest. They ended up lasting to the end before eventually being eliminated by Team Let It Go. You gotta wonder how Katniss Everdeen is coming into this matchup. Certainly, I don't think could be at 100% with how long she and her teammate were in that matchup just about a week and a half ago.
That's definitely, that probably is going to be in the back of her mind, but at the end of the day, I feel like she's sort of used to that whole adversity thing, considering her background, so I have to keep an eye on how she's prepared for Susan Storm once again. Does she stick to the playbook that's worked twice, or does she try anything else?
Similar story, like I said, from the last match, and challenger having some wins over the champion coming into this match, but that seemed to not matter in the last win. Carson was able to defeat Levi, so will Susan Storm be able to do the same here against Katniss Everdeen, who has her number at the moment?
Susan Storm, the only woman so far to hold that Cozy Cone Cruiserweight Championship, won it back at Fallout in that fatal 4-way cage match. And what's it got to do for the psyche of the champion coming in tonight, knowing that the challenger on the other side has not just 1 pinfall victory over you, but 2?
I almost wonder if maybe desperation will creep up on the mind if you're Susan Storm, because you have that in the back of your mind. You've lost twice to this challenger. If you lose a 3rd time, the title belt is gone. So you kind of have to pull out all the stops in this case.
Want to once again remind everybody that in the upcoming few weeks, in both a collaboration on Thursday nights with FWE and Saturday nights with FWE Extra, we will be having multiple qualifying matchups to determine the 6 women and the 6 men that will fight it out in the respective Money in the Bank ladder matches at Power Up. But now we head down for the title announcements here, and our ring announcer, Mike Roan.
Introducing the challenger from another time, Catherine Harris. And her opponent from Long Island, New York, the Women's Cruiserweight Champion, the Surfer, Susan Storm.
Susan Storm has held that women's cruiserweight title belt for now 78 days. The only woman to hold that title belt. Katniss Everdeen looking to be the 2nd woman to hold that title, looking for her 2nd title overall here in FWE, a former Hero of China female fighting champion.
Men's cruiserweight title was on the line in the last match. Now the women's cruiserweight title in this one. And already, I was going to talk about how quickly that last one ended, and Katniss is quickly going into the cover. Almost got a 3 count right out of the gate.
And even with that not being a 3, I mean, that's got to be further getting in the mind of the champion, I would have to think.
I was going to say, yeah, that's certainly one way to set the tone, set the mentality of this matchup, and win the psychological warfare that you were able to get a 2 count that quickly.
Katniss with the takedown here, laying in the palm strikes there to Susan Storm, and now left hand's trying to make contact with the side of the head. Susan was trying to block some of those, might have been able to do so, but a couple of them connected, and Rear and Strike took a little bit of time getting in position there. Susan able to kick out before even a 1 count.
Oh, reversal though.
Oh.
Irish whip. And a big punch to the head. Gonna knock Katniss down, and she's gonna continue with those punches.
Get a little payback there. Some right hands for the left hands.
Kick to the back there by Susan. Laying it now to the challenger. Kind of throwing some brawling punches now in. Oh, a backhand slap there, it looked like. I'm not sure what that was.
Yeah, spinning backhand of some kind, and that's completely staggered the challenger.
Yeah, that will make you see some lights for a second. Doing a drive-by here.
Oh! Big boot in the corner. We see those quite a lot, but they're still very punishing. And now, speaking of punishing,
Looking to wear her down, maybe trying to lock in the PTO. It's in the center of the ring here. The only way that Katniss would be able to submit would be verbally, and like maybe Susan Storm wasn't able to get a good enough grip there. Gonna try it again.
yeah, trying it again.
Looked like Katniss was trying to fight out of that move there, but quickly tries it a second time. The rope right there, and
Again, not able to get that grip that she's looking for, that firm grip that would have held Katniss's arms back.
I mean, Katniss is a tall individual, so I'm almost wondering if the vertical length of Katniss kind of makes the PTO an unusable move, not able to get enough leverage there.
Oh,
What
that's
the heck?
That was it, just like that.
I'm not sure if something happened there. If Katniss maybe got hurt or something, but there wasn't a lot of fight in either of those attempts, and I'm not sure if something happened.
That ended
Very unexpected.
way sooner than expected.
It did. And this is another match that might be expected to end soon. Honestly, no disrespect to Robbie Gilbert. He's certainly been a formidable Intercontinental Champion, but Hades, no doubt, going to be his toughest challenger yet in a one-on-one.
I don't even know how you set up for a fight like this against this same Hades. Like,
And is for the Intercontinental Championship.
Well, to your point, Dylan, Hades has seemed to reach a new level in the last couple of months. I mean, if we go back to that rivalry that he had with Aladdin, where we saw him target the neck of Aladdin
Can we call
multiple
it a
times.
rivalry?
I guess. I mean, we ended up seeing the two of them in a casket match at Saturday at Springfield, so I think we could definitely call it a rivalry. Maybe more preservation if you're Aladdin, whose neck was targeted multiple times with tombstones on the outside, but now we've ended up seeing, we've documented this alliance with the Shadow Lord, and it just seems like Hades is more dangerous than he's ever been.
It really is. I mean, he's definitely going to have the size advantage, the strength advantage. We've seen him just on an absolute tear as of late, regardless of whether or not he's even in a one-on-one match or dealing with Aladdin. I mean, Aladdin sent in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to try to help out with this situation in a handicap match.
He called in Hercules and it didn't help. One thing we do have to document here, though, it's to be very unlikely, one would assume, that we're going to see any appearance of the Shadow Lord in this matchup after losing that ambulance match earlier on tonight to RJ Bishop. So for Hades, it's kind of a go it alone here tonight.
I'm not necessarily sure he minds either way, though, let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this alliance between him and the Shadow Lord, and it's kind of seemed more like an alliance of convenience. It's not like they necessarily absolutely need each other. They just kind of, I don't know, they feel like they're a good combination together or something. So it's a very, very strange duo.
You can't say it hasn't worked, though.
No.
Well, I wasn't expecting that song, but
Robbie Gilvin coming into tonight, 120 days as Intercontinental Champion. And I believe he has now surpassed Michael Norman as longest reigning Intercontinental Champion here in FWE. And we've seen Robbie here in the last 3-4 months be able to overcome some incredible odds. I go back to Paramount, where he was getting ready. Hades was actually one of the competitors in what was going to be a triple threat. We ended up seeing RJ Bishop inserted very last minute, making a fatal four-way, and Robbie still left the showcase of the Immortals for the Intercontinental Championship. So it seems like no matter what you put in front of the champion, he always seems to find a way.
And there is a point that I want to bring up about that match, but I'll do it after Mike Rome introduces our competitors.
Introducing the challenger from the pits of hell, weighing in at 220 pounds, the Warden of Death. And his opponent from Louisville, Kentucky, weighing in at 290 pounds, the Intercontinental Champion, Robert the Rebel.
As our referee, Ernest Wright, is going to take away the Intercontinental Championship belt away from Robbie Gilvin and display it to the crowd. The point that I was going to make about that match at Paramount, where it suddenly turned into a fatal four-way, and Robbie was able to overcome the odds and retain the title. The man who he pinned in that match is the man who is standing across the ring from him right now.
Wow.
Almost wonder if that's in the back of Hades' mind.
One would certainly have to think. As here we go. And I've just been corrected by our statisticians. Robbie is the second longest Intercontinental Champion here in FWE. Michael Norman has actually held it for 228 days. So, mistake on my part there.
Long ways to go, yeah. Big shot to the head. Hades definitely in control early in this one.
You know, we talk about the alliance of convenience, it seems, between Hades and the Shadow Lord. You know, I would normally say if we ended up having two halves of a tag team, have one half lose earlier on in the evening, that maybe that'd be in the back of the head of the other member. With Shadow Lord losing earlier on tonight in that ambulance match, I don't think that affects Hades' momentum or his mentality coming to this matchup at all.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, Hades, it just doesn't matter what you put in front of him. It feels like his mentality is just destroyed. Ooh, Robbie able to get in a reversal there and fight back.
oh, DDT there after a couple of blows there by Hades. Can't be in trouble. Quick, I mean, that's already a two count there early in this match for Robbie. Hades going up to the middle rope. We haven't seen that really tonight.
Oh, wow.
Gonna try and dish out as much punishment as he possibly can before Robbie can even think about getting back up to his feet.
If you're Hades, of course, you want to take Robbie away from the vertical base. There's a bear hug submission locked in the center of the ring. Robbie Gilvin, we know he's got those super kicks that can come from absolutely out of nowhere, and if you take away the vertical base, there's no way he can hit those.
Now Robbie getting a bit of momentum on his side. Sweeps the leg.
Oh, speaking of, I thought maybe he was headed for the corner. I thought he might be getting ready for one of those super kicks.
Gonna go for a couple lighter ones instead. Oh, Hades caught him. That was all it took for Robbie to feel like he needed to roll out of the ring and get a brief moment of rest.
Normally, I would say going to the outside to catch your breath is a good thing, but with Hades on the outside, I don't think that's a good idea.
Absolutely not. And you see Robbie immediately throws him right back into the ring the first chance he gets. Oh, look at the strength.
Wow.
They will get Hades up on his shoulders, but Hades fights back out with his own elbows. Oh, no.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh!
Oh!
Hades was setting up for the choke slam. Robbie reversed it.
Robbie caught him, and now...
Oh,
what a
big
kick.
kick.
How did he get his foot up that high? Oh! He was going for the super kick. Hades had it scouted. Both these guys have done their homework.
Oh, big DDT. Oh, but his feet were, I was just about to say, his feet were right in front of the ropes, and it was enough to cause the rope break.
Yeah, costly mistake for Hades, and Hades is going up to the top rope now. What is Hades thinking?
Diving elbow drop.
Massive elbow.
The challenger standing tall right now. Robbie Galvin back to his feet, but I don't think he knows where he is. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Center of the ring. Choke slam connects.
Oh, gosh.
Do we have a new Intercontinental Champion? Cover by Hades.
Yes.
Oh, my.
I
Oh,
don't know what to say.
Here is your winner.
There's a bit of a chill in the air right now, and I don't think it's because the Hell in a Cell match is next.
I feel bad for who's going to be challenging for that title going forward. For,
Yeah.
Hades is the new Intercontinental Champion, but
All right, gentlemen.
Jack,
Well, I will
Take
see
his time.
you on the other side of this one.
well,
Best
I'm
of
excited.
luck, my
Good
friend.
luck. Yeah, just good luck against Thanos. And Seth, we have a wild main event. We let Jack keep the back, get prepared for this Hell in a Cell match with Thanos. Should be a show, to say the least.
This rivalry runs deep between Jack Mitchell and Thanos. It's come to this. Both of these individuals, since the rivalry was rekindled, currently hold a victory over each other. This is the rubber match.
Is a Hell in a Cell match. Making his way to the ring from out of this world, weighing in at 343 pounds.
So to kind of break this down for everybody that doesn't know how this rivalry came about, you got to go a long ways back to when Thanos and Jack Mitchell took each other on in an Iron Man match. It was a decisive, easy victory for Jack Mitchell. We then didn't see Thanos for a long period of time. We started in the last 3 to 4 months getting some cryptic messages. And finally, Jack Mitchell, after he was cashed in on by the Money in the Bank briefcase holder Hulk for the Tri-Wizard Championship, he got his rematch, and that's when Thanos decided to strike, which ultimately cost Jack the opportunity of getting the title back. Mitchell and Thanos would go to war, with Mitchell picking up a victory inside the ring in one-on-one action. Or, I'm sorry, correction, Thanos picking up a victory in one-on-one action. We then saw at Resistance, Gunther and Thanos fall to the tag team of Jack Mitchell and Jey Uso. That has them tied up at 1 apiece. The FWE Commissioner Woody calling for Hell in a Cell to be the final time that these two face off in what has been a storied rivalry.
Definitely a lot there to unpack for sure between these two guys, and it all leads to this Hell in a Cell match. Maybe you could put it into this once and for all. Whoever comes on top of this finally wins the war. It's been a battle so far, but this could be the end of it here.
From Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 200 pounds, Jack Mitchell.
And I can't help but go back to the words we had Jack say to us just a little while ago, Dylan. It's not a match he wants to do, but it's a match that he has to do. How mentally do you get yourself prepared for a matchup like this when deep down you really don't want to step inside the steel structure?
Well, absolutely not. That's for sure. But I mean, Jack, I think he's got the motivation. It sounds like he's been ready for this. Whether he wants to do it or not, he wants to put an end to this with Thanos. This has been going on, I think he thinks, for long enough, and maybe this is the final chapter of this pretty crazy rivalry they've had over the last few months, and maybe Jack's ready to put this in, or Thanos could be thinking the same thing. He's ready to put Jack away for good and for both of them to move on. So I don't know what the strategy is, but I don't think anybody's safe in this match. You never know. We've seen what's happened in Hell in a Cell match in the past. We've seen a man get thrown off the top. We thought the man died. I mean, we've seen people go through the cell. We've seen everything. It's one of the most dangerous matches ever in wrestling you could ever imagine to be in. And I hope for Jack's sake he stays okay, but I don't know what Thanos has up his sleeve.
Well, you know the resentment runs deep when our main event tonight doesn't even have a title on the line.
That's right.
This evening we've ended up having a number of title retentions. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they're still the Men's Disney Tag Team Champions. Poison Ivy still holds the Women's Universal Championship. RJ Bishop, incredible showing against the Shadow Lord, still your Tri-Wizard champion. Carson Gum still holds the Wayfinder Cruiser Championship. Susan Storm is still the Cozy Cone Cruiserweight champion. And we've had 2 title matches tonight where the titles have changed hands. Team Let It Go will leave tonight as the new Women's Disney Tag Team Champions. And just moments ago, we saw Hades win the Intercontinental Championship from Robbie Gilvin. But here we go. The bell sounds.
Oh, man.
All gloves, all restrictions are off inside Hell in a Cell.
Thanos quickly turned the fuel on right here to get going with the splash. And I don't know how long this match is going to stay in the ring, as you see him just already trying to show off his strength. There's definitely a size deficit here for Jack in this situation, but he's going to have to rely on his speed and agility here and just his quickness to take down Thanos, who's definitely got the strength advantage and size advantage.
Yeah, I feel to your point, I feel he kind of has to rely on what brought him to the dance when he had that decisive Iron Man match victory against Thanos. But in that type of a matchup, he had a lot more options at his disposal. Being trapped inside of this steel structure, there's a lot less room to maneuver, as now Jack up over the top and to the outside. You see referee Ernest Wright, he's got one job. That's to count the pinfall or the submission in between the ropes. They can do anything they want here on the outside of the ring. And this steel structure around the ring, not only does it keep these individuals in, but it can be used as a weapon itself.
And they can definitely get out as well. I mean, just because the door is chained up doesn't mean they can still get out.
Oh!
So that definitely could.
There you go. Just what I was saying.
Use it as your
head
weapon.
bouncing right off that chain link fence.
Jack using the structure to his advantage here, bouncing Thanos off at face first and does it again. We're getting now a good view of this fight. It's happening right in front of us here. An uppercut by Thanos. Another one. Jack. Throw. Oh.
This steel structure has very little give to it.
That's for sure. An uppercut war going on between these two. Oh! Thrown into the steps, knee first there. Down goes Thanos.
I think maybe his right side around the rib area might have hit those steel steps as well. He tried to hold up.
There's not really much room over there with the cell being right by the steps. He really didn't have much to go other than go into it. Jack quickly gets over to the other side. Oh, man, I don't think that was a good idea. He took a face to the steps there and may have busted him open.
Might very well, and that is certainly not what you need right out of the gate here if you're the challenger, even if you're either of these two participants, because you don't want to put that proverbial target on your head or on any body part, because you know that the other individual is going to.
Oh my goodness!
Well, you mentioned about it. It's a cage, but it may not hold them. Thanos, that massive structure. Oh my gosh.
Jack, why? You can't do this.
He called out RJ for climbing up to the top of the ambulance, and now he's climbing the structure. Oh my. Look how high they are above us.
Hey, look over there. Thanos
oh
is
no.
On the other side. Oh, I cannot believe it. I said this before the match. I didn't think they were actually really going to do it.
Are we even safe where we're at?
Seth, I think we're going to have to move. We need to get your candies, and we're going to have to lose. Oh my goodness.
Oh my.
I did not know what happened up there. I just saw a flip, and somehow it was a hurricane run by Jack.
I mean, it's hard from our angle here to be able to look up and see what's happening. We're having to rely on our monitors here, but a clothesline by Thanos takes Jack down.
And I don't know if you noticed on the Hurricane Rana, I thought the top there, that one panel pushed in. It got me a little bit nervous that it could potentially, break through.
I mean, you talked about the size disparity here between Jack and Thanos. Maybe that would work to Jack's advantage up here. Thanos with the bigger frame, even stepping on that chain link fence there on the ceiling could end up being perilous.
Oh, look at this.
Oh,
my God.
No.
There's a human being right there. You can't do that.
Oh my gosh. right on that crossbeam, that steel
Look out.
crossbeam.
Oh my gosh. This is just awful. This is awful.
And there's no way to get these guys down. There's, you can
There
bring out the
is,
National
I don't
Guard.
think.
It won't get them down. Oh no.
Jack fighting
Oh,
back.
oh, look how
Thanos
close
on
they
the
are to the edge. Look how close
Oh
they
my
are to the edge.
gosh. I thought that they were going to have to move in a second.
Oh my. I thought Thanos might be falling.
I can't believe
Jack
Jack
with the
fighting
mount.
back. After what he just went through a second ago.
We mentioned it, adrenaline is a powerful thing. And I guarantee you, both these individuals have to be running on adrenaline. I don't see how somebody that's not having an overdose of adrenaline right now would be in their right mind this high up above the floor on the top of this structure.
It seems like Jack most of the time is the smaller wrestler in the match. He always gets like the Rey Mysterio underdog kind of vibe. He's always fighting an uphill climb to get these victories. And
I almost
definitely
kind of
doesn't-
think like Shane McMahon, like Jack the Giant Killer type
oh, look
persona.
At that.
Oh!
Flatliner right there on his face. I think he caught the steel beam there as well.
I think you're right. Again, Thanos very close to the edge there of this cage. Oh!
Oh, like a foot DDT there. Now jacked her leg up. No pun intended. Oh,
Big
fight
right
back.
hand. Stuns Jack.
Oh my god.
Oh, is he thinking fall away slam? Oh,
Oh my gosh. I don't know if it buckled again or not, but I'm not really sure if that structure's looking really good around where they're at. You know, we've seen what happened to Mick Foley back in the day. He fell through there, Crazy
did.
Undertaker choke slamming him. I just hope we don't see that happen again.
I
These are
feel
human
like-
beings.
I feel like, and obviously, I don't know what his strategy is, but I feel like if you have an opening, if you're Jack, you're climbing back down.
I don't know if he's gonna be able to.
Oh
He gets
my!
ragdolled.
Oh!
Oh, I don't know what that was.
It's like he was going maybe for a rolling senton. I don't think he completely connected there. And that could have
He
been
may have
perilous
rolled.
for Thanos, who I think would have caught flush right there on that one chain link panel.
Uh-oh. Gonna get Jack up here for...
Oh!
Oh! That was
And you-
right on the steel beam.
And you notice how they're targeting that steel beam, too. You notice that where they know that's
Yeah.
not going to be giving, that's where they're targeting these moves.
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh. Oh!
Oh!
Chest first.
It seems personal now. Every hit has...
Oh, it's been personal. I guarantee you it's been personal. That's why we've gotten to this point.
Oh my gosh! Oh my, you know, his feet. I can see his feet dangling up there on the edge. Oh my God! They gotta get away from the edge.
Oh,
what
Thanos
is
now
this?
with a kick to the midsection. Might be setting Jack up for a power bomb. Not from up there. Oh man.
I hate to say this, it's not looking good for Jack. It's the beating he's taking up there. I'm just more worried about these guys getting down.
Yeah, me too.
This is insane. Oh my God! What is Thanos gonna do here?
Oh!
Did you see that?
I
think
did.
It buckled again.
I think it did. You could hear a lot more of a reverberation there. It didn't sound nearly as stiff at that chain link guarding there.
And you can see from down here, it's dangling in that one panel. It's like it's hanging lower than it was earlier. Oh, man. And it's right directly underneath the ring. You don't think Thanos is thinking of doing that, do you? Oh, my God.
I don't know what Thanos is thinking. I'll be honest with you.
Jack, this is becoming more than just a wrestling match. This is crazy.
Oh.
I mean, he's just getting ragdolled. And there's nothing. We can't even stop the match. Nobody can. There
No.
has to be a pinfall.
Referee Ernest Wright is down beneath this, watching this go on.
Oh, my
Oh!
See, this is where you start thinking, this is criminal act, what he's doing now. Like, Thanos doesn't even care if Jack's hurt, if he doesn't make it out of this match. Is this even about the match anymore? I'm starting to wonder.
And I remember back when these two had that promo off, had their final words with each
Look at
other.
this.
Thanos said his final words were, "What I'm going to do to you at Hell in a Cell at Clash at Coruscant, I'm going to enjoy it." Thanos, I guarantee you, is enjoying every minute of this.
What is...
Oh!
Jack he just hasn't been able to get a move back in. It's just the constant beating that he's taking from Thanos. It's almost hard to watch.
Oh!
He managed
Jack
to
finds
fight
some
back.
life! Fighting
Fight
back!
back. He's doing everything he can. He knows it's a survival game now.
Whoa!
Oh my goodness!
Oh! Thanos nearly lost his footing and he would have come crashing right down here in front of us.
I would have pushed you in the way.
Thanks. Appreciate it, bud.
Well, as soon as I say I don't know if there's much fight left in Jack Mitchell. He is back on the attack once again, but for how long, I'm not sure. On the steel beam, try to take the foot out where Thanos maybe can't be able to walk.
I mean, if you're Jack, do not give Thanos a window. Oh.
So you cut the tree down. Oh, no.
Looking for another power bomb here.
Oh
up on the ceiling.
Oh, he's right above the ring.
Oh, gosh. Oh, no! Jack just crashed about 20 feet down to the canvas below. Thanos is going in for the cover. Jack hasn't moved.
I don't even know if he's breathing. Oh, my God. Get an ambulance out here. Who even cares about the match? Jack may be hurt, like, really bad.
A hush has fallen over this arena. Jack Mitchell just got power bombed through the ceiling to the canvas in the ring.
I don't know if I've ever seen anything like this before. That was uneasy just to watch. Like,
we need to get medical out here right
we need to
now.
get somebody out here. I don't even know how this man can celebrate doing that to another human being. I just hope Jack's okay. Like,
I certainly do too. Well, Dylan, thanks for joining us. We certainly hope Jack is okay. Folks,
we gotta
we'll see you.
Check on him.
We'll see you next Thursday night for FWE.